Good afternoon, everyone. This is Camille with Hazel Soapery, www.hazelsoapery.com. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day or evening or whatever part of day it is that you are watching this. I want to start off first by saying thank you to Soror Deanne for giving me the advice to make a sign. So I have done that. Let's see, hazelsoapery.com. Unfortunately, I think that you guys are going to see it backwards. So I will fix that, and my next video I will have proper signage so that you guys can see the web address in the event that you want to write it down. Also, I'm fairly new to videos, so I would love your feedback. If this content is something that you would like to see more of, please let me know, as well as any other ideas or information you'd like me to share with you. Um, just kind of like, share, and communicate so that I kind of know what direction to go into. All right, thanks. So today I am going to talk about ingredients in skincare essentials. I'm going to have them, they're broken down into three categories, and I'm going to go over them briefly just to give you an overview. I am not a doctor, I am not a dermatologist, I am not an esthetician, so a lot of this information is based off the research that I've done in formulating products that started off with me formulating them for my family. So I have them in mind whenever I create something. And one of the things that I'm always thinking is, how can I get the most for our skin with the least amount of products or chemicals or ingredients? Or I like everything to be really simple, and I try and keep it as pure as possible. So that's where I start with my research. In my research, I learned that there are three categories of ingredients that will help moisturize your body, and that's the topic of our conversation. A lot of shows, I have people who will come to me and say, "Well, I use coconut oil in my hair, and for some reason my hair is dry and brittle," or "I put shea moisture on my skin, not shea, excuse me, I'm sorry about that, shea butter on my skin, and for some reason it didn't work. I don't know what's wrong." Um, and a lot of it has to do with, if you think about your skin being a brick wall, you've got your brick, you've got the mortar. Sometimes you get a chip that needs to be filled in. Sometimes you need to seal it so it won't be, the weather won't tear it apart. Our skin is very similar to that. So the first type of ingredient or category is going to be your occlusives. Your occlusives are sealants. Um, Coconut oil and a lot of the ingredients will fall into multiple categories, but I want to speak specifically to coconut oil, and kind of going into it being an inclusive because, again, I'll hear people saying they're slathering it all over and it's not working. Part of the reason that it is not working for some as well as others has to do with what's on the bottom layer before you put it on your skin. So occlusives are very good at sealing in moisture. So if you put it on right after you get out of the shower or something like that, it's gonna, or if your skin is already moist or your hair is already moist, it's gonna help protect that. It's gonna help seal it in. However, if you've already got dry skin or you've already got dry hair and you put it on, it's gonna seal in the dryness. So that's the thing with occlusives. They are sealing. So you'll see zinc is an occlusive. Um, have some here somewhere. Cocoa butter is an occlusive, and again, it kind of goes over into some other categories as well. Another thing I will say about um, coconut oil is it's a it's comedogenic, right? Comedogenic. Sorry, I don't know why I didn't want to come out. Comedogenic means that it will block your pores. So there are other butters and oils that are non-comedogenic. So you might want to consider that depending on your skin type. Can you afford to put something on your face or on your body that's going to block your pores? If you cannot, then probably the full body just coconut oil may be something you want to steer away from. I'm trying to find the cocoa butter, but I don't know what I did with it. So we'll move on. Uh, some more of your occlusives will be um, You're going to have zinc. You're going to have shea butter. You're also going to have castor oil and cocoa butter. Okay? So your next group, group number 2, will be emollients. Right? So again, going back to the brick, you have the mortar in between. There may be cracks. There may be chips missing. What you want to do is build that back up, right, to the surface. You want it to fill in those cracks, and that's what your emollients are going to do. They're going to fill in those cracks. They're going to make your skin softer, smoother. They're going to help your skin appear to be more supple. So you'll see face serums and things like that that are high in emollients, and that's because they're going to take away those fine lines and wrinkles temporarily. And once the effects of the emollients wear off, they'll come back. But they are necessary and beneficial to your skin. And some of the examples of your emollients are going to be jojoba oil and lanolin, both which really mimic the natural skin oils that naturally occur in your face and body. So those are great to have. I tend to stick with jojoba, not lanolin, but they're great to have in your beard care for your gentlemen, especially because it's going to absorb in under, it's going to get through that hair. It's good for your overall skin care. Argan oil is another one that is very good and rich in emollients, as well as beeswax and cocoa butter. Cocoa butter is also a white brittle butter. It's somewhere in between mango and cocoa butter. Um, it's not heavily scented. And with all of those butters, if you have a tree nut allergy, be mindful because some of them can resemble coconut oil as well. Some of them, depending on the level of your allergic reaction, can trigger those types of reactions in you. So always do a sample test of any ingredient or product before you fully douse your body in, okay? All right, so, and then finally, and just to show you, I have some beeswax here. I personally prefer the yellow beeswax. I use it in the salves and the body butters, sometimes in the soaps. And again, that one is another one. Please keep in mind it's going to transfer over into the final category as well. And that final category is going to be your humectants. Uh, honey is an excellent humectant. Vegetable glycerin, which I have a DIY hair mask, and you'll see that I say you can add honey or you can add vegetable glycerin. You can add vegetable glycerin to some of your other lotions as well, just to help them um, draw moisture to your skin. And that's what a humectant does. It pulls moisture out from the air and into your bodies. Again, our bodies are mostly comprised of water. We always need it. Our skin craves it. So you need to make sure that when you are considering moisturizing your skin, that your ingredients include a humectant, just to pull some of that water out of the air into your skin as you are drinking your water daily, right? Drink your water daily. Okay, so so you have honey, you have beeswax, you have molasses. I'm not sure if I think it make a cool soap. I may have to look into that. I'm not sure if you really want to slather molasses all over you, but it would probably be good in your hair. There's castor oil, again, coming from one of the other categories as well. And there's cocoa butter. I mentioned coconut oil being comedogenic. Cocoa butter is not. Um, it is considered a non-comedogenic, and I'm going to do a video on that at a later time as well. But if you're worried about something clogging your pores, cocoa butter is a good butter to use instead of coconut oil. It does not melt. It has a higher melting point. So, cocoa butter, you can kind of put it on and rub it, and it just automatically melts. Cocoa butter is more brittle. Again, it's going to be closer to the mango butter. It's white. It doesn't have a heavy scent, but it's a really nice butter as well. Okay, so and then those are the three. And one of the things that I do because my face will tend to get dry, especially here and here and there. A good thing that you can do without buying an expensive product or without trying to, get a lot of ingredients or anything is at night, I don't use soap on my face every night. My skin can't handle it. So what I do is I take a piece, grandma always had an aloe plant. She was on to something. You should listen or remember these lessons that she gave you or whoever gave you. Somebody had an aloe plant. Okay, it's not just good for burns. It's a natural humectant. You see all of that goodness in there. I split it right down the middle. I open it up. After I've rinsed my face off with water, I apply it always in an upward direction without my glasses. Um, and I apply it on my skin. Um, and I leave it there overnight to work its magic. I pay attention to the areas that tend to want to show some hyperpigmentation. And that's it. Oh, I don't leave that there. Um, Now, you can buy aloe vera gel. I prefer just using it from the plant. It's going to put me in the eye, so I'm going to move it over now that I'm done. And then I leave it on overnight and let it do its magic. I let it, aloe vera has a lot of other properties. I highly recommend researching using aloe vera in skincare, in your daily routines. And then I just let it get all that moisture to my face, and it can sting um, a little bit. So, again, do your little test patch first and see if it's something you can tolerate. For me, once it kind of, I sometimes do this, but once it dries, I'm fine. Another thing that I wanted to show you was um, that was my personal one that I'm going to use as a demonstration. But our salves are also good for helping moisturize your skin along with the body butters. This one is the calendula salve, and I just wanted to kind of show you the weight of it. It's really light. Um, it goes in good. It's got beeswax. It's got some pine, which I'm sorry, it's got calendula, which is really good. We use it a lot on mosquito bites, bumps and bruises. We also use it if I notice that the girls or myself have a dry patch in our hair. I'll put it on our scalp. I use it on my locks. I used it last night. That's why I have my Bantu knots. And it's also got, let's see, it's got some argan oil. It's got coconut oil because coconut oil, like I said, is still good for your skin. It's got olive oil. So, and it comes in three types. There's a breathe better salve. There's the calendula, and then there's the all-purpose, which has pine and lemongrass. All of them have turmeric, which we'll get into maybe another day. And then also and it's just a preference. Some people have a preference for oils versus butters versus salves, right? Because you have your ointments that are going to be your emollients. But this one is a lavender and hibiscus um, face and body oil. And again, it's full of it. It's got sunflower oil, it's got jojoba, it's got argan, it's got a little hemp, it's got all kind of skin loving ingredients that are also going to absorb quick and help moisturize your skin. Okay, so that's what I have for you for this evening. I hope I shared some valuable information. Please let me know by liking, commenting, and sharing. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them. Again, I can't give like any type of medical advice because I'm not a doctor, but I do research a lot. And if I can't answer your question, I will gladly probably research it for myself because I want to know. But I'll also try and point you to some of the resources that I tend to use. Okay? All right. Well, that is it. I appreciate you watching the video. Have a great evening. If you are interested in any other products, these come in two sizes, the salves. There is body butters that also come. This is the 4-ounce body butter, and then the larger 8-ounce body butter. It's this size jar, not this, of course. And then we also have the body oils. If you have any other questions, please feel free to contact me. I hope you have a great day, and thank you for watching. This is Camille with Hazel, Soapery.com, which I think is the backwards sign. All right, now.